Before I go on, actually, I want to acknowledge the lineage of this work. It's not mine. It's coming through me. I'm passing it on. We've heard of the lineage of several other people today, and I think that's important. So I want to give a deep bow to Richard Strozzi Heckler and Dr. Paul Linden, who are two of my teachers, who one of these models we're about to do actually comes from, and they very much inform my work. So which way's America? They're over there somewhere. So thank you to them. What I love about this model of presence is it's tremendously simple, but like centering, can also be a lifetime's work. This is how we shape ourselves in order to let leadership come through us. I'm going to say that again, how we shape ourselves to let leadership come through us. So it's not I'm doing my leadership, it's I'm giving leadership the best chance it can to come through me. It's kind of like arranging the wiring so that you can pump some electricity through it, yeah? You're not the electricity. Any physical object has 3 dimensions, length, width, and depth. Your body is no different. It has an up and a down, a left and a right, and a front and a back. With the difference between your body and a chair, however, is there's also a lived experience. You have attention and intention, energy if you're in that dialogue. So down, the beginning of length, is about being grounded. It's about being rooted. You try that now. Sink your knees a little bit. Have that sense of rooting down. You can add an image of tree roots if that helps you get it. It's about relaxing the musculature so the bones are actually bearing the weight of gravity. If you're kind of 2 down, it's kind of stuck. It's like kind of potato people. It's like, yeah? Or stubborn, so I'm not going to be moved. There's too much down, or it can be a kind of depression. Yeah? Everything, we talk about being down as in being depressed. So you need to, once you put the shoot down into the ground, you need to also then raise up. So the root goes down, then the shoot can go up. So this is from the back of the head. It's a sense of gently raising from the back. A common mistake is to try and put the chin up, and then you just look a bit cocky. So the back of the head comes up this way, just gently, gently reaching up. So try this now. Talk about spine. Leaders that have great length, Obama on a good day definitely has this uprightness. This is quite different from this, yeah? So standing tall we talk about. His language is very revealing of these things. So the next dimension is width. So width is really about taking up space. It's about confidence. I was working with some teenage girls over the summer, and they had kind of lost their width. So they were like this. Yeah, have you seen that in people? So it's certainly not a leadership posture. It's certainly, part of leadership is being seen, yeah? Not so much that you're that wide, but enough width. That's really expressed in the feet and the shoulders. So make sure you're standing with your feet about hip width apart, yeah? Some of you might need to come in if you're sort of standing like this a little bit, yeah? So you can bring that in to about here. If you're like this, terribly polite in English, and we socialize women in England, particularly to stand this way, it's unstable. So, here. If you're having trouble with that, you can try reaching out as if you were trying to touch the wall or shake hands with someone on the other side of you. That can give you the feeling of it, and then you take the hands down and keep that feeling of reaching out. Yeah? And the last one is depth. So we don't have so many muscles working in this dimension, so it's the hardest to see. Depth is about time. If you think of it, if I'm very eager, I'm rushing, I'll be on the balls of my feet kind of coming this way. Yeah? Western culture is generally a little bit, let's get on with it, come on. Or if you're too much back, it's like, I'm evaluating you, I'm not really engaged. Yeah? So in the middle between the front and the back. It's cultural as well as personal. So you can try just rocking forwards and back and finding that middle space. Depth is associated with the future, the past, being here and now in the present, and also with trust. There's a sense of, has this person got substance as a leader? Can I push on them? Yeah? So you can do this as a trick, but it's more than that. It's how do you feel when you're in this? What wants to come through you when you're in this shape? Take a moment and look around. Look at the people in your home group. Now everybody stop doing it. Everyone just do your thing. So you're standing at a bus stop. So my thing will be like, yeah, just do my thing. We all have a pattern, a habit. make ourselves small in one way or another, and look around again. Ask, are these people more or less evocative now? It's kind of a no-brainer, right? I can now do length, width, and depth. So ground down, that's your foundation. Then rise up from there. Balance yourself this way, and make sure you're balanced this way too. And now go for a walk. Have a walk around. Noticing when you give up your length, width, and depth. So if someone smiles at you, for example, do you shrink or do you open? Leadership is very much a social, co-created thing. How's your length? How's your width? How's your depth? If you want to stop and center at any time, you're very welcome to. Okay, let's add one last piece to this. It's not just a trick. There needs to be some heart within this. So did you notice what happened to Libby when she was talking about her student? The picture was up. And there was an emotive quality to it. Yeah, and for me, it was tremendously compelling. There was a real evocative sense. So it's not just enough to have the body in the right place and to have the theories kind of all worked out. There needs to be this heart element too. So when you walk this time, I'm going to do length, width, and depth again. Great, be centered. That's a great foundation. And bring to mind something that you really care about. Something that's passionate for you, yeah? I think about my niece, for example. I light up. There's a huge joy in my life around Jessica, my niece at the moment. And if I walk with even just bringing her to mind slightly, my body changes. I soften, I open, I slow down. Yeah? So take a moment, bring something to body-mind that you really care about, something that you passionately believe in. It could be a person, a place, even an idea. And then when you've got that felt sense of what that does to your body, then go for another walk. This time you're centered, and as well as being centered, the length, width, and depth is there, and some sense of care or passion, something which you believe in, is there, embodying that too.